Hello there, and welcome to another episode of our winning i4Trust experiment interviews. My name is Max Kleinsorg. I'm a marketing manager at Fiber Foundation in Berlin. And today with me is Maurits van Tolen, partner, COO, and CMO at i4Trust. A very warm welcome. Hello, Maurits. Nice to have you with us today.
Good morning, Max. Good to be with you.
So Maurits is from the Netherlands and holds a Master of Science in Technological Management. And before starting at the scale-up i4Trust, he worked for Ericsson and Sony for more than 20 years in Sweden, Germany, Singapore, and other locations around the world. A really great career. And yeah, you and your Colodas experiment won one of these challenges. The challenge was about the logistic business, and logistic businesses needs to change and develop in a more sustainable way also over the next years or in the next decade. We all want to meet the sustainable development goals, and I think by reducing CO2 emissions in the supply chains, this would be a really great way to do it. Well, if I got it right, i4Trust in the Colodas experiment builds and delivers IoT solutions for logistic. It creates a digital version of the logistic flow, which enables, control, and connects parties in a supply chain. So, maybe you can just tell us a little bit more why you joined i4Trust and which are your exact objectives of the Colodas experiment. And why is effective data sharing needed, and how do the standards and blocks that we provide help you to do it?
All right, Max, thanks for the opportunity. So first of all, if you want to reduce waste in the supply chain, you need to have control and insight into the supply chain. That means that you need to have data. So in this experiment, what we will do is we will add an IoT device to a shipment of bricks from all the way from a factory to an end consumer. And in that whole chain, we will measure location and shock and data like that, as well as all the handovers between the different parties. And by doing that, you create a lot of data, and that data you can then start sharing into the chain with the stakeholders. And then, of course, you can start to analyze and you can start to remove the waste in that chain. So the platform we're going to build is basically going to create that data, but also to make sure that everybody can use it as easy as possible. We, of course, need to make sure that identification, authorization, and authentication is done in a very easy way. And that is where iShare comes in. And the data that you then start sharing with others needs to be as uniform as possible, so that it's easy to connect to other parties. And that's where Fireware comes in. So for us, i4Trust was a fantastic way to basically start fostering those two elements in our value chain.
Yeah, great. I mean, very interesting. Sounds like a really good experiment. So I guess the solution will also have a positive impact on the environment if you reduce waste.
Absolutely. So the waste can be anything from broken the shipments, but as well, waste is about understanding the chain and being able to then, based on data, start to cut waste in the chain in terms of time. But also, we will start to measure CO2 emissions in the transport itself. So we will know how it is being transported, if it is done by a diesel truck on a road or if it's done by an electric push barge, for instance. And the data is generated, so we can actually start to analyze and see trends in the logistic chain and the changes over time that we will have. So that carries a lot of value for the environment.
Yeah, great. I mean, a perfect match for the challenge. Great initiative, great experiment. Besides winning this challenge, what are your business projections for the Colodas experiment?
Well, already today, together with the partners that are in the Colodas experiment, we are engaging with companies that are either on the factory side or on the demand side for building materials, but also with municipalities in the Netherlands, provinces and municipalities who really want to make a change in the way that the goods are actually being transported to inner cities. With all these parties together, we're going to build an ecosystem that will enable this supply chain 4.0, having less waste, having less disturbance in the environment for transporting building materials all the way from a factory into inner cities.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for sharing today, and I wish you all the best for the experiment and your business. And yeah, see you soon.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank iShare for the opportunity that they give us.